gentlemen, we're the Sahawe Dancers from Uvalde, Texas. Who was here to see us perform either earlier today or yesterday? Who? All right. All right. And all right, let me ask this question: who has never seen us perform before? Never. Were you here before? No. Never, huh? All right. Where are you guys from, sir? Here. You're from San Angelo. How about y'all?
Here.
All right. Well, good. We finally got San Angelo to show up. You know, we were here all day yesterday, and I don't know where San Angelo was, but there was folks here from Bernie, San Francisco. Watch out, we don't. A lot of Democrats over there. Anyway, don't get political on me. All right, so
Arizona.
Arizona. And man, I don't know if you've missed the show this weekend yet, sir. Are you from San Angelo though, or are you here from Arizona? Are you?
Arizona.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. So, an atmosphere you might be a little more familiar with than when you're standing around the circle here. Yeah. All right. Well, as I said, we're the Sahawe Dancers from Uvalde, Texas. We were born in 1950. We're celebrating 72 years of one of the longest traditions in, well, really in all of Southwest Texas. Well, you know, when you're talking 72 years, we can say things like that. Now, here's what we do. We're really more of a dance school, but we started off as a Boy Scout troop way back then. We started an Explorer Post in 1950. This was a way that we hoped to try to keep the older Boy Scouts more interested, all right? Because the knot tying and the first aid skills and things like that began to kind of get a little boring. And so Explorer Post was something the Boy Scouts of America implemented. And this was an opportunity for the older scouts, because you had to be at least 14. Am I right, buddy? And so that's one of my old scouting friends right there. Sometimes I refer to them so they can tell me right from wrong.
We went through together.
And so those older scouts got, you know, through Explorer Posts and now venture crewing, have an opportunity to do the things they find more fun and interesting. You know, they've perfected all the minor skills, you know. And so now they can concentrate on, hiking, camping, boating, aerospace technology, architecture. You can pick any subject and you can start an Explorer Post or a venture crew, whatever you want. Well, back in 1950, the boys in Uvalde decided that the study of as we know now, the many Native American cultures, the history thereof as well, and ultimately what became the dance. It's what was started and what we have here today. And so these are just I'm going to say loosely, these are just regular kids from Uvalde. Predominantly, you can ask them, they actually have a task. They have to know how to identify themselves. For so long, including myself growing up, I was told that when I asked what I was Mexican. And then later on, they used the word Hispanic as we grew up. And then at some point or another, especially when I started with this group as myself back in 1984, the group urged me to find out who I really was. I had to go home and I had to look for, if I was lucky and blessed enough to have grandma and grandpa, I had to ask them who I was. And if you're blessed enough to have great grandma and great grandpa, well, then you really got to talk to them and find out who you are. And so then we finally rediscovered that not only do we have our Hispanic heritage, but we also have a heavy Lipan Apache heritage. And this brought our family great joy, and it gave us more opportunity to go out and discover more. And we looked deep into our heritage, and Uvalde is down there about 75 miles west of San Antonio. Well, it turns out our deep roots came only about 40 miles east back towards San Antonio. And I had a real famous Lipan Apache relative that was very well known. In fact, so well known that I almost thought about changing my name. Now, what's interesting is what he was so well known for. He was well known for being one of the most keen, one of the smartest goat thieves. And they never caught him.
Sonny Rodriguez.
But that's the truth. That's the truth. My uncle, we never knew him. We just call him his name was Jose Castro, and Castro was a Catholic name that was given to my forefathers at the Alamo. And so that's what each one of these kids are supposed to do. They're supposed to learn. And so we're deeply embedded in the education and the improvement of the understanding of how this great nation came to be. But now I'll brag about the kids a little more as we go along, talk a little bit more about how we came to be. But right now we want to get them going, get the old bones moving with what's called a war dance. This particular style of war dance is just a classic, like a pep rally, getting ready to do battle. Now the next dance we want to do for you, and understand this, ladies and gentlemen, we are, after all about the education, okay? And so, our performance, our presentation, comes with an explanation of each of the dances, along with tidbits of history and fun facts. What you see the kids wearing here today, for example, is actually a representation of the Plains people. All right. When I say the Plains people, well, I'm pretty much talking about the flatlands, well, pretty much north of San Angelo. They call them the Great Plains. You hear a lot about, for example, the Comanche people chasing the buffalo. Well, that happened throughout the plains. And then you see west, as we get into the mountainous regions, that's where you get into the Pueblos, all right, and where you find Navajo people, Hopi, for example. I'm sorry, the winds of San Angelo get me every time. And so, what we're going to do right now is actually a Pueblo dance. Now, normally, a Pueblo dance would be done by the people, for example, like Navajo, and they'd be dressed completely different. They'd be wearing more of the textiles, for example, shirts and garments that are thrown over their bodies, different than what you see here today. They come from a colder region, and so their clothing is different. Am I right, sir? He knows what I'm talking about. I just love the fact he's from Arizona.
Yes, sir.
And so, what you're going to see here is a Pueblo dance right now. It's a house blessing dance. And you'll see these dances done around Christmas time. And they're really neat. There's all kinds of different variations of this dance, but they're all meant to offer blessings for the families, new homes that have been built, and they're just really neat to watch sometimes. They're done with long belts or ribbons, and these ribbons or belts are woven together, and this signifies strength and your ties to the home place. This particular dance we learned way back in the 50s, and it comes from Santa Clara, Pueblo, New Mexico, the Santa Clara House Blessing Dance. Now the next dance we want to do for you, if you can imagine the Crow Indian of Montana. They saw the soldiers coming across as they were making the new path, paving the way for the new Americans who would arrive. The soldiers would arrive at a particular location. They would clear that area out and they would build their new homes there. They would clear out the trees and make sure that they could that there was plenty of room to see all around them because they were building the forts. And so some of these forts were pretty simple, and some of them were a little more complicated, meant to house more people. Y'all know a place like that? Wait and see how many people go, yeah, we're in one right now. Well, the crow would watch them from the hilltops and would watch this activity. Most of this activity didn't make a whole lot of sense, but they did watch the soldiers, and when they were done building the fort, they started practicing their marching, just like soldiers still do today. And they watched them do what they would call line dancing. But now here's a little bit of a downturn in history. Is whenever the soldiers opened up the gate and left, there tended to be skirmishes between the native people, the indigenous people of that land, and the soldiers. And so it got to a point where the crow believed that what the soldiers were doing when they were marching was conjuring the fighting spirit. And of course they carried different types of weapons, made much louder noises. But that's left to history now. But today, you see, what happened was the crow developed a dance, and they tried to mimic that marching in order to take that fighting spirit back. But like I said, as that became a part of history today, a crow line dance that represents the soldiers marching is actually a very fun dance. And the young boys at a powwow can put a team together of 4 to 6, and they use those to compete now. And like I said, they're a lot of fun. You'll see them doing these dances at the powwows. And if they're good, and if they happen to win maybe a little family competition, they can get a little weekend money that they get to spend. And they really look forward to that. And so we like to do one of these dances. And this dance, like I said, this dance explains the crow's interpretation of how they saw things change before their eyes. This is a crow line dance, or crow marching dance. family function. Come on over. No one's going to scalp you today. All right. All right. Next dance is a favorite for our friends and family. This is called a hoop dance. And this dance can be done. You'll see this dance being done all over the country. And they're done in different styles, but they're all supposed to serve one great function, and that is to tell the story of life. Now here's why I say that. You see, our dancers will come out with 5 hoops, all right? And with those 5 hoops, they're going to make different shapes. For example, they're going to make the shape of the basket of plenty. This represents food on the table, communion with family. These are the good times in life. But now you'll also see them make the shape of the whirlwind or the tornado. Now, of course, we understand that means turmoil, turbulence. These are the hard times in life. But you'll see the shape of the butterfly. And this represents a new beginning, new life. You'll also see the shape of the eagle. As we always take time to offer thanks to the great Creator above. And we that last little one makes a real neat smoke ring whenever it goes off. I love it. I love it. And so we always finish this dance with the shape of Mother Earth to remind us that we're all in this together. One family on this big, beautiful blue planet. We learned this dance from a man by the name of Tony Whitecloud. And he was from Taos Pueblo, New Mexico. We learned this back in 1952. That's how long we've been doing this dance. The Taos Hoop Dance. I tried to give them some time for both of them to get it done, and they both fell apart. It's not an easy dance, that's for sure. All right. We're going to finish up our show with two very traditional dances, okay? Very meaningful. Now they are both eagle dances, but the first one is a true eagle dance, and it's all of its essence. It comes from Zuni Pueblo, New Mexico. Now, eagle dances are very serious. They're meant for prayer. After all, the eagle is understood by all people to be the creature, the being that was designated at the beginning of life to be able to take our hopes and dreams to the great Creator above. I mean, even our country, after all, has picked the eagle to represent us as far as who we are. And so the Native American, there's a smoke ring. I love it. And so this old dance, oh gosh, we learned it way back about 1989, I think. And we'd like to do it for you now. And if you feel so inclined, if you are of a spiritual nature, then offer your prayers to the wings that ride on these boys' shoulders, and know that those prayers are meant to be delivered. The Zuni Eagle Dance. Last dance we want to do for you. And before we do it, though, I want to thank Chief again. We appreciate your friendship so much. I want to thank the fort here and everyone who, gosh, and all the labor that it takes to put on a function like this. And I know. And by the way, this young lady here, this young lady here has been cooking for this crew for how many years now?
Too many to count.
Let me tell you, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all these years, and this is the first time she's been able to watch our program. And so we dedicate this whole thing to you, young lady, because she's got the best kitchen in this whole area, and unfortunately we only see it once a year. And so,
Yay.
thank you.
Yeah.
Woo! This last dance that we want to do for you is also a dedication, but this dance is called our memorial dance. We do this dance in memory of our fallen warriors, our active, retired military, especially those who are no longer with us. We do this dance for anyone who's ever placed a badge over their heart that says that they're going to place their lives on the line if so asked to do so, such as our police officers, our fire department people, our first responders, our paramedics. Do we have any of those folks in the house? Any active retired military here? All right. Any police officers, volunteer, paid for firemen? How about teachers? Yeah. Any other educators in the house right over here as well?
I used to be a sub.
Hey, you are an educator, ma'am. You are being a sub for a while was the reason I didn't go into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to include teachers with all of the other names. All right. A long time ago, in fact, it was about 2012, I started trying to create a new trend. When we include our fallen warriors, we have to include our teachers as well. And unfortunately, for not a great reason, because we have to consider history. In history, in always a most unexpected way, our teachers have had to and been called to place their lives on the lines for our kids too. And it never became just give me a second, Chief. That never became more real than on May 24th in Uvalde, Texas. So thank you, San Angelo. I got a lot of friends here who offered their prayers, and their phone calls letting them know that San Angelo, and I saw banners and things here in San Angelo that said Uvalde strong and pray for Uvalde, things like that. And so we thank this great city for supporting us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who feels that they want to take the time to honor someone, this is a walking dance. Feel free to fall in behind the kids and walk with them if you feel so compelled to do so. All right? You don't need to feel like you're not part of it or you're out of place. I'm okay. Oh, okay. And so, but this is our memorial dance, our closing dance. And again, thank you. Love to see all our friends again. And God bless you. God bless you all. God bless you.